Hi, it's great to have you with me today. Thanks for joining in. This is about planning ahead, and it's so important to plan ahead. And part of planning ahead is finding a trustworthy person because when you plan ahead for your life, for your end of life, or the what ifs, you're going to need a trustworthy person. So be thinking about that. Who do you find completely trustworthy in order to help you plan ahead? Some of the things you might be, this is kind of a sneak peek video on grab and go. And it's a section at the back of the book. I put it at the back because not everybody wants to think about it, but it's so important. And it's so basic. And the best time to plan ahead is when nothing much is happening, right? It's horrible to plan ahead during an event that you don't want to be in. It's awkward. So I want you to think about trustworthiness. And some of the things that you might do is get a power of attorney, name one. Maybe you will be the one for your loved one. A healthcare representative, that's important. And maybe creating a living trust. It's so critical to do certain things because the power of attorney and the healthcare rep got me into places with my mom that I would never have been able to go in at all. And there were enough decisions besides those that I had to make also. So also she put my name on her checking account. By then she was good with it. And but you have to have somebody who's trustworthy and not going to blow through the money. I kept records of everything that was spent and needed for her. And so if anyone ever asked me in my family, I would be able to present that and go, that's where it's all went. So I think it's so important to do that because you have to be considerate of other people also. But it's so important to name someone that you believe is trustworthy. The other thing is, I looked up on Medicaid because a lot of people end up on Medicaid and or decide to go that way. Well, you need to plan ahead about 5 years. I found about 3 years, but it's about 5 years. That's how far they go back and look. And they, let's see, if you have an income maximum that you can have is $2,829 a month. We don't know how they figured out the $29 thing, but 28, 29 a month. You can't make any more than that to be on Medicaid. So a year it was $33,948. Yeah, it is. Whoa, that is not very much for a year, right? And so if you're wanting to have your loved one transfer the money, transfer property, plan ahead. Awkward conversation, possibly, but plan ahead so it's not awkward. Basically, we waited until mom's money ran out, and then we covered things. The family did. So it's so important to plan ahead and to know what you're doing, pay bills, etc. It's a lot of responsibility, really. So I want you to think really carefully about that. A lot of you will not want to do it. Let's be real. A lot of you will choose not to. They possibly think it's negative thinking. It's not negative thinking. It's being using wisdom because eventually, you know, we're all going somewhere. So hopefully you're going to heaven and you believe Jesus Christ, the Son of God, etc. But either way, you must plan ahead and do it when everybody's happy. And my mom did. She also did an advance directive. She said what she wanted. If she couldn't, I don't know, think for herself or couldn't speak anymore, all of those things. So helpful because I could go back and look and go, okay, I remember now what she wants. Because it gets confusing when you're in the situations. Trust me. I was so grateful that my folks planned ahead. And it's a loving thing to do for your family, for the people who are going to be left in grief, hopefully. But it's people that are going to be left behind, that you're doing it for, really, to make their lives easier. And my folks even planned plots, burial plots, whatever they wanted to do, donate their body to science. And they also said they don't, some of them donated their body to science. I guess both of them did. They said at that time, if you're not okay with it, if us kids weren't okay with it, don't do it. How loving is that? Isn't that great? I love that. I love that. They told us what they wanted, but also the freedom that if we didn't feel like it was a good thing to do for us, that we could stop that from happening. So what I want to ask you today is, what's your next step in planning ahead? Maybe it's a baby step. Maybe it's just a little step. Maybe it's going to see an attorney. That's easy. That's an easy conversation. And one that is specializes in estate planning. That's what you'll want to see. So what's your next step in planning ahead for yourself or even for your loved one? Hey, the grab and go is coming out September 30th. I'm so excited. And I have a professional a company that is doing all the background and setting everything up with the book and the covers and back covers, etc. So I'm very excited about it. It's going really well. September 30th, it'll be out. Grab and go. You will love it. And I cannot wait to use it, since I grabbed and go. I went and grabbed things, and I went and I didn't actually take what I needed. So everything's listed in the book, and trust me, this week I'll be packing that. Okay. Talk to you later. Have a great day.